the Jaguars are united on the bluffs of the mighty Mississippi to defend their turf. And this fall, they stalk in unison. This fall, they strike with furiosity. This fall, Jaguars proud as well.
Touchdown run. It's a lot of effort, a lot of determination.
This is Inside the Jaguar Nation, presented by Russell Law Firm.
And welcome in to Inside the Jaguar Nation. Yet another week out there in the gridiron. He's Morgan Beard. I'm Brian Holland. And finally, SWAC play here.
Yes,
it was a tough one against Alcorn State, but hey, when you talk about rivalries and especially the Southwestern Athletics Conference, you talk about not only the battle on the field, you talk about the fifth quarter battle, and that's with the band. There's certainly a big one with the Sounds of Dynamite versus the Human Jukebox as well.
Good stuff in the stands, good stuff to listen to out there. But on the field, it's Southern on the road against Alcorn State. They call them the Braves, and early on, the Jaguars getting low for you. And we start with the playmaker extraordinaire for the Jaguars, Danny Johnson. Look at this play.
Get high.
Getting way up there for that highlight reel interception. That's why we're showing it to you. But the return of Austin Howard is the story in this one. 2 weeks absence. He's back. He finds Jamar Washington for the touchdown. And the Jaguar offense kept rolling. Is here. The dress shirt freshman, Devon Ben, runs it in for another score. Jags up 24-10. But the Braves would respond. P.J. Simmons finds a hole and takes it all the way for the touchdown. And then it's DeLance Turner joining the scoring party.
Yeah, Alcorn already up 27-24, and that's when really the tides turn there. P.J. Simmons here again, finding the end zone for the Braves and sealing it up. Lenore's footman finds Marquise Warford for the score. Final of this one, I thought it was going to be low scoring. It was not. 48-31, the Jags fall. Our very own Aaron Lee with the head coach.
Coach, you guys came out with fire in the second half. Fire in the first half. Just explain what happened in the second half. What happened to you guys? Was it the heat? You guys had Austin back, so it seemed like they were a little bit more pumped. Just explain what happened in that second half.
Well, they hit us on some big plays, and they got the momentum. They got ahead, and then, we weren't able to make enough plays to get back in the ball game. And, that's really what happened. It was pretty much 41-31 for a long time. So we had a chance to win this football game, but it's going to be hard, man. We got to stop the run, man. And we're not doing a very good job of that right now. And, offensively, we was able to score 31 points. And, I really think they give us an opportunity to be successful. We got a chance next week. Hope we get a little bit better, get a little healthy. We banged up, we beat up, but you got to play the games on your schedule.
Let's talk about giving yourself a chance. You guys started Austin, the senior. What was the decision in that? Did you feel that he was ready to go 100%? Just explain your decision on that.
Well, he gave us a chance to win. He was a game-time decision. He didn't take a whole lot of reps during the week. I asked him how he felt today. He said, I want to give it a shot. So we rolled the dice with him, and hell, he played pretty good. Well, he's been gone for 2 weeks, but we'll get better. Our long season, we're going to have to get better.
All right, Coach, I know this is tough. The senior, Randall Menard, went out with injury. Right now, we hear it's a fibula. How do you get the team to stay together in moments like this? A loss, you lose one of your key playmakers who was making plays today. How do you as a coach keep everybody together going forward?
Well, they understand it's a long season. We're going to regroup. We'll get better. We must get better, but it's a tough loss. This one tough to swallow. I thought we'll come in, play much better than we had the previous 2 weeks, and we did that. We just didn't finish the football game.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Good stuff as always there from Aaron Lee on the spot there in Lorman, Mississippi. I thought that was one of the big plays really of the game. We're not going to talk about it in the highlights. Kind of a gruesome injury, so we're not really going to show it. But Randall Menard, you no longer have him there for the rest of the season. That's on offense. But when head coach Dawson Odoms lays his head on that pillow, he's thinking about the defense. He's a defensive coach, started as a defensive coordinator. Look, Alcorn State, give them their due. They're one of the best teams in the conference, if not the best on the offensive side of the ball. But you know, Coach Odom's Dawson not pleased there.
Yeah, when you talk about the defensive side, not at all pleased there. He's trying to put in a game face for the cameras there. A reason for the defensive struggles, though, it is simple, and it goes back to fundamentals. The tackling taking a hit this weekend in Lorman. The signature of a Dawson Odom's team is being good at the details, those fundamentals, especially on defense. But it was the Lance Turner with 276 yards rushing on the day. That just can't happen. As you heard Coach say that, he's aware of the problems, and P.J. Simmons also adding 63 on the ground, and then Footman adding 93. Now, Brian, I'm not great at math. I'm not trying to fool anyone out there to think I'm some math magician or anything like that, but that did not equate to a great day in space for Jaguar defenders.
I mean, it's just going to come down to will and want to. You know what I'm saying? You got to want to fix it within yourself. You know, I had some missed tackles out there. You know, you're just going to have to go back, look at the film, see what kind of angles we're taking, see how much fatigue is playing into the practice. We're just going to have to go back and really just work on the little things. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, it all comes down to the little things, and it's just angles, it's games by the game, angles, inches, and heart. So we just got to fix all of that.
Yeah, Lenore's Footman, an Achilles heel. See what I did there?
Oh,
all right, Southern quarterback Austin Howard, somewhat in a tight spot. Boy, talk about the character playing. When you know he's not 100% healthy, he may not even be close to that 100%. But he's really the heart, the soul of this team. You saw his team respond earlier. They got up 17-3, but he wasn't his usual self out there. That was not the Austin Howard I've grown to see. You're taking on what would probably be seen as the favorite there in the East to go to the SWAC title game in Alcorn State, so a tough task for him. The engine, though, for the Jags offense just didn't quite look what we've come to know as Austin Howard.
Honestly, we didn't have no idea he was going to play tonight. He came to me on Friday and said, my brace came in. If I can go, I would like to try to go. I'm going to warm up, and if you can go, you know, we'll start you, see how you feel. If you feel all right, we'll roll with you until something happens. And, you know, he ain't take a whole lot of reps in 2 weeks. So, you know, the first time he threw a football was Friday. And, you know, he didn't throw it, you know, in team or anything like that, a couple periods. But we just went with him, man, because I thought he gave us the best chance to win. And, you know, I applaud his effort tonight, man. He's not 100%, but he give us a chance. You can tell that 80, 85, whatever he is, he give us a chance to be successful.
All right, we're firing up the Human Jukebox, so you know what that means. More coming up right after the break here on Inside the Jaguar Nation as our very own Aaron Lee goes one-on-one with the player of the game.
And later in the show, we call him the MVP of this here Inside the Jaguar Nation. Aaron Lee going one-on-one with the Southern Jaguar that shares the same name. We'll be right back here on Inside the Jaguar Nation.
You're watching Inside the Jaguar Nation, presented by Russell Law Firm, with Brian Holland, Morgan Beard, Ashley Lyotis, and Aaron Lee.
That's right. Welcome back to Inside the Jaguar Nation with you here every Sunday night. I'm Brian Holland. He's Morgan Beard. And really, we call Aaron Lee our MVP, but the MVP of the Jags, they got him back this week.
Exactly, yeah. Despite the loss, they got their main man. Of course, we're talking about senior quarterback Austin Howard back in the lineup after missing the last 2 weeks with that knee injury. And he came to play. Howard, this week, getting our honor, the Performer of the Week, and an exclusive one-on-one with Aaron Lee after the game.
I'm here with Austin Howard, this week's Performer of the Game. It seemed like you returning was a big deal for your team. I saw extra fire in them. They came out hyped. You know, what does that do to you when you see your team look at you as a big leader?
I mean, you know, I seen it all week. You know, I really never told nobody I was coming back until today because, you know, I didn't want them to lose faith in our second-string quarterback, Bubba McDaniel. But, I mean, you know, once they found out I was playing, you know, it's just like everything just got, you know, hype. So, I mean, you know, it's a blessing to be back. You know, I thank God for just giving me another opportunity to come out here again. So, I mean, you know, it feels good to be back.
All right, as far as you coming back and not been playing for what, 3 weeks now, you know, you had a good game. You threw for 242 yards. You know, you played well. You know, you got some touchdown throws. Just how do you come out and play like you never left?
I pray a lot, man. You know, I keep God ahead of my life. So, I mean, he just take care of me, you know. And I work hard, man. I work hard in practice. You know, even though I didn't been practicing, but, you know, mental reps is just good as physical reps. So, I mean, like I said, man, I just keep God ahead of my life, you know, and he blessed me with another opportunity to come out here, and I just take full advantage of it.
I've been knowing you for about 2 months now, and I know when I ask you about this knee, you're going to say you're good. But, you know, how do you feel? You know, are you 100%? Saw you limping a bit, you know, coming back from injury, just having confidence, you know, to be, you know, put pressure on that. You know, how confident are you in that knee?
I'm 100%.
So we should see you next week.
100%.
All right, last question to stay with injury. You know, you saw the senior Menard go out. You being a senior, you being a leader, how do you keep the team together when you see something like that, even after a loss like this, when you guys, like I said, points were hard to come by, and today you guys got it going. So, you know, how do you keep everybody together and keep their heads up?
Oh man, I just tell them play for something bigger than you. You know, play for Jaguar Nation. Think about all the people that come out, you know, from Baton Rouge, from all over Baton Rouge, you know, to come in Mississippi and watch us play. You know, so I just tell them, man, play for something bigger than you. Don't worry about Manoa. You know, when I went out on the field, he told me and KP, he told us, man, just finish the game. He never said nothing about his leg. You know, and I seen his leg, man. His leg broke. I seen it. You know, but he never once complained, and all he said was just finish the game. You know, I told him, man, just play for something bigger than you. If he not worrying about his leg, you don't worry about him. Worry about this game. Let's finish this game.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Yes,
Always good stuff from Aaron Lee, and always good stuff from the human jukebox. Hey, speaking of Aaron Lee, Visor game on point today.
Looking fresh.
We're going to bring him back, and we'll show you a different side of the ball, plus your Southern counter. That's all coming up next on Inside the Jaguar Nation. This is Inside the Jaguar Nation, presented by Russell Law Firm. Yeah, welcome back. He's Morgan Beard. I'm Brian Hahn. We'll be joined by Aaron Lee here in just a second. But we know the Jaguar Nation, they are more than just football fanatics, right?
Oh, yeah. There's always something going on, always something on that sports docket. And our very own Ashley Liotis is here with more on what other Southern sports are in action for this week. Ashley?
It's been a busy week at Southern University, and there's plenty more where that came from. Let's take a look at how some teams did over the last few days. The Southern volleyball team took their skills to the SWAC Roundup in Houston. The team beat Alcorn State and Mississippi Valley State, but lost to Alabama State and Alabama A&M. The soccer team had 2 matchups this week. Southern lost to Nicholls State on Sunday and fell to Texas Southern on Friday. Coming up this week, the cross-country team will participate in the McNeese State Cowboy Stampede on Saturday. The volleyball team will take on Prairie View next Sunday, and the soccer team will battle Arkansas Pine Bluff and Grambling State both this week. We'll have more of those results next week on Inside the Jaguar Nation.
Why, thank you, Ashley. Back on the gridiron, the Southern Jaguars have several captains, but one silent and classy individual is using the game of football for motivation in many ways. It's time we get to know linebacker Aaron Tiller.
Growing up in a sports family, being undersized never stopped Aaron Tiller.
From Columbus, Ohio, been playing football my whole life, basically since I was 6. I've been playing basketball since I was 5.
Although he played 2 sports in high school, as he started to get bigger, he realized that there's no such thing as a 230-pound point guard. When it came to the gridiron, proving his critics wrong is one thing that motivates him.
On this field, you know, what's the mindset?
Man, the atmosphere is like none other. You know, we just come out here. When I come out here between the lines, I really just try to focus on everything and use everything as motivation. You know?
All right, I'm going to take you to the field. I'm going to show the SWAC how to block Aaron Tiller. I mean, he got the Jesus sandals on today, so, but we're going to see what he can do out there.
Watch 94, watch 94, watch 94, watch 94. Set,
Man, you know my benefits ain't kicked in at the job yet, man. I'm going to see that on Saturday, right? All right, man. Hey, let's go grab something to eat, man. Spoke to you before about what you eat pregame, and I heard it was Chipotle, but I see there ain't no Chipotle here.
We ain't got no Chipotle.
You know what? I got you, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take care of that right now. Half steak, half chicken, hot sauce, sour cream, vinaigrette, rice, extra cheese.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Take some for you.
What's up? Feel me? Oh, yeah. You better shake that vinaigrette up like that right there. Take it. Get a little dab, not much.
That's what it's missing?
A little dab, not much. I want to try that. A little dab, not much.
My mouth's full, but Aaron Tiller, linebacker, Southern Jags. There you go.
For Inside the Jaguar Nation, I'm Aaron Lee.
It's not very nice.
We're hungry.
We need some Chipotle over here. What you really need is the human jukebox right here taking us to break. And by the way, we'll have an update and a look into the recovery of Devon Gales and a special treat for him as well.
And hey, we're going to go big picture and look at the rest of the SWAC in this week's standings. That and a little bit more coming right up here on Inside the Jaguar Nation.
This is Inside the Jaguar Nation, presented by Russell Law Firm.
Welcome back to Inside the Jaguar Nation. This week, a subject that we dive into that is near and dear to the hearts of Jaguar Nation.
Yeah, that's right. Our very own Perry White and Garrett Ederson always taking their cameras behind the scenes. And once again, they work their magic documenting Devon Gales' road to recovery.
Collision on the return. We've got an injured Southern player on the field, and the Georgia athletic training staff first ones there. Devon Gales, sophomore from Baton Rouge out of Central High School.
Was blocking on kickoff return, and I went in with my head and hit the ground after that.
Scary moment. Yeah.
It was difficult at first because I had to get all type of movements and stuff back. The therapists, they're amazing. Every day I come in, they're always smiling. They're always cracking jokes. Well, I'm always doing cracking jokes. They make it fun. It's not just a basic training and always that uptight person saying you need to do this, you need to do that. But they come in with a smile and ready to work. I think if I get challenged, that's the best way to bring it out of me. You bring the extra person out.
Vaughn, we're praying for you. We wish you a speedy recovery. You're going to get over this. And on behalf of the Human Jukebox, we want to give you something to lift your spirit.
Wow, that is some great stuff there. Good work, guys. Hey, coming up next, we're scouting the Jaguars' next opponent as they finally come to square off with Fort Valley State.
Yeah, before we go, we're going to show you the SWAC West standings of the usual suspect up there at the top. Grambling State. It's going to come down to that Bayou Classic there, the West, and Texas Southern bringing up the rear. How about the East going Alcorn State, obviously getting that second win of the season. Past that, maybe not as talented as we thought. We'll have more on Inside the Jaguar Nation when we return.
This is Inside the Jaguar Nation, presented by Russell Law Firm.
That's right. Welcome back to Inside the Jaguar Nation. We saw a little bit of a spark. They got into SWAC play. They may have found something. Now they go back out of conference. Does that maybe spell some bad things for the Jags?
Oh, I'm going to go out on a limb for this time and say no. For one reason, Fort Valley State, their opponent, just not that good. And you might be wondering who they are. Hey, sorry, I got to call it how's that season, Brian. Jaguars, like you said, stepping out, and they're coming off of a 2-overtime win, Fort Valley State, that is, against Benedict College. Who? Exactly. You see the numbers there. 1-2 record, averaging just 337 yards per game. Southern should have a nice bounce back in this one.
All right, Fort Valley State just not that good. We are, though. He's Morgan Beard. I'm Brian Hahn for Inside the Jaguar Nation. See you next time.
Jaguar fans, exciting news. Come join President Ray Belton and myself, Athletic Director Roman Banks, at our home game season finale. A first-class experience at the first annual VIP party in the end zone on Saturday, November the 4th, starting at 2 p.m. Come out, wear your gold, and enjoy great entertainment, food, drinks, and a lot of fun from the field as the Jaguars battle the Prairie View A&M Panthers. A limited number of tickets are available. Please contact us for more information at 225-771-3171. Come out and enjoy the fun.